Welcome back to the WFT Declassified podcast. We are no longer the Washington football team. We are now officially the Commanders. The information came out today. We knew this was coming. At least some of us did. It is not the Red Wolves. Eric, you were pretty decent on the Red Wolves train, weren't you?
No, I don't. I was in a very comfortably on the I don't care train.
Okay.
Red Wolves would have been fine. Commanders is fine. I'm just happy it's over. We have a name. Here's the backlash is here. Everybody's going to hate it for a couple of weeks. Then the draft will happen and everybody will forget about it. So glad it's over. Go Commanders.
Yeah. Go Commanders. And Brian, give me your instant reaction to the name reveal.
Being that we were getting the hints that this was coming, I had time to adjust, and I'm okay with it. I mean, look at these things, right? I got the helmet and the Commanders. I can live with that. It's not awful. There are plenty of other things out there that they could have gone with that would have been just really silly. So hey, I'm okay with it. Now let's figure out who we're getting in the draft and free agency and go from there. We got a name. We have an actual name now. Not just a designation placeholder.
Right. And when we first became the Washington football team, I thought I was going to grow okay staying the Washington football team. But that's just so much to say every time. You know what I mean? Washington football team, Washington football team, Washington. It got old to me a little bit.
And we never have to hear another person who thinks they're funny by saying WTF. More like WTF. Yeah, it was funny. It wasn't even funny the first 9,000 times.
Right.
Or they're like, the football team. Hey, they're playing the football team. Like, give it a rest already. Like, we've got the name now.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Congratulations on, being funny, coming up with a joke at the exact same time that everyone else in the world came up with it.
Tell the exact same dad joke for the time. Yeah.
Exactly. And they're just beating it to death.
Eric, remind me where you were when, or like just in terms of where you stood in terms of changing the name away from the Redskins. Were you okay with that at the time?
I like the name, always will. The helmet, still the best helmet ever. I mean, the only other one that was even close is the old Patriots helmet, but I mean, that was just an iconic helmet. It was a great looking helmet. I missed that. I was kind of resigned to losing the name. You could see it coming for years. You knew it was eventually going to happen. I knew it was eventually going to happen. So, I'm going to miss it. I liked it. Never had a problem with it. I'm also a middle-aged white guy. So, I'm not the demographic that, should really have a say in that. So, I'm kind of like Joe Gibbs. It's bittersweet, but it's time to move on. I'm totally cool, with not having the name anymore. But now I'm just enjoying watching Chiefs fans just be in the defense mode that they're trying to justify their name and all their, it's the mayor from Kansas City. Now, so it's fun watching that from a different and seeing like how they expect it to end differently for them, which, their name will eventually change as well.
Yeah.
But for me, with Washington football team, I'm okay with it. With changing the name, is what it is.
Yeah, we don't have much choice no matter. Brian, what are you going to miss most about the Redskins' legacy?
Well, really, it was that we did have a period in time where we were actually good, right? Like the recent past hasn't been good to the Redskins, but there was a time where that was a name to be feared. It was a team that meant, hey, high level football, Super Bowls, Hogs, all those types of things. And not that it's completely gone, right? The history's still there, right? It's a part of it, but we've got something new to look forward to, and hopefully a new set of standards, memories that we can now say, hey, look, here's what we did, here's where we started, and here's where we're going. So just a lot of some of the big victories that we used to have, and hopefully we'll have again, but under the Commanders.
Yeah. I think I like the helmets a lot as well when we were the Redskins. And I like the helmets being painted in the end zone. The Washington football team stuff in the end zone, it looked all right for about 2 games. And it was kind of like, yeah, this looks like a bad T-shirt right now. So, you got to move on from everything in life at some point. But and now's our time. So we're going to be the Commanders. We're going to shut up about it. I'm not going to begrudge anybody who's upset, who's not ready to accept the new name. You have your time to deal with it. Hopefully you come around. I know some fans had said they'll walk away from it. If you do, more power to you. Hopefully you'll reconsider, and then come back and enjoy the actual football product on the field if it's better. Hopefully it's better. That's the key to all of this. I think one thing that fans are going to be upset about is the fact that the Washington football team, or the Redskins or the Commanders, purchased the website for the Commanders the day they announced they were going to change the name. That's a little weird, but maybe they were just being cautious and buying up all the domains that it could have possibly have been at that point in time. I didn't check the others, but nonetheless, I know some of you feel like your voices weren't heard in this. This is the way it goes, guys. It's a business. It's a billion-dollar business. They're not going to consider everybody's feelings. That's not going to happen. It sucks, but hey, here we are. We are the Commanders from here on out. Any last thoughts, Eric?
I agree with you. I don't begrudge anybody who's not ready to move on, but really we got to just stop shouting Redskins every time somebody says anything else. It's not productive. It's not going to help anything. It's not going to help anybody move on. So I would hope that we can just, not necessarily, I would hope we could embrace the new name, even if we can't. Let's just stop clinging to the past. It's a really bad look for us. It makes us kind of look bad as fans. So it's like most things, when a small group of people does it, it makes a large group of people look bad. So think of the entire fan base, before you type Redskins in all caps on every blog post that comes out on every website in the future. But let's move forward. Hail to the Commanders, right?
Yes, sir. Brian, give me your final thoughts.
Yeah, they're very similar to Eric's, and I think one thing that'll help people kind of get over the hump of the name change is this team's got to win. If this team wins, it'll be Commanders. Everybody who had an issue with the name will soon forget about it, and that's large part because the team would be winning. So that's going to be key to the Commanders. Once they start winning, no one will forget if Commanders is cheesy, or if it wasn't their first pick, or if they really loved Red Wolves, which I know there was a ton of people who loved Red Wolves, and they even got merchandise made, their own shirts and things like that made of Red Wolves. But I'm excited for this new chapter. It's here now. Finally, we can put this behind us, and we can see what the future holds. And hopefully that holds some winning, franchise quarterback, and who knows what else.
Yeah, you guys hit it all, man. We got to get a quarterback. We got to win, and we got to move on. We have to do all of those things. And here's to the future as Commanders. If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment on the video. We appreciate all of them. You can follow us on Twitter at DClassWFT. Brian, what's your Twitter?
Twitter is at Mr. Who Won. So catch me there. Comment. Let me know what's going on.
Yeah, Eric, what do you got? What's your Twitter, man?
At ETROD42. And I was even on there last week.
Look at
for
this
a hot minute, and then remembered exactly why I stopped looking at it. But
it
didn't take me long. It didn't take me much scrolling to realize why I left Twitter.
It never
I'm
does.
still out there. I might pop in every once in a while to say hello.
It never does. All right, fellas. Well, here we are. Here's to a new legacy, guys, man. And you know what? We are now all officially Commanders. So buy some new gear. I'm sure the team would love that. Later.